So, you want to build a culture that supports this idea of having a learn, say, do, reflect model, experiential learning in all of your trainings. Specifically because most lectures and meetings, why? Suck, right? They're boring, they're not good. So we've got to create this experiential approach. And it starts with, we're going to be 4 things. It starts with the culture. So first, you've got to create buy-in. Go ahead, say it back with me. Buy-in. Write it down. Buy-in. You've got to get people who want to be involved in this. And how do you do that? Well, I imagine the story of Martin Luther King Jr. He woke up, he said, "I have a dream!" And maybe that's how he said it. But he wakes up and he shares this dream with everyone that he knows and trusts. And some people say, "That's fantastic. I love it. I'll follow you to the end of time." These people bought in. Then there's another group of people who said, "I don't know if you should do that. You're probably going to get killed for that. That's dangerous." And both groups of people are his family and friends, right? You're going to get that no matter what, no matter who you're talking to. You're going to get people who say yes. You're going to get people who say no. But you've got to find those people who are going to buy in. So I imagine, I hallucinate that Martin Luther King Jr. started talking to the people more who said yes and started ignoring the people who said no. So it had to start there. So connect with the people in your organization, connect with your trainers, your HR department, connect with the VPs and the execs, and talk with them and ask them what their engagement level is, what their interest level is, if they'll buy into this idea of changing the culture a little bit so that we have more of a personal development, personal growth, personal empowerment kind of atmosphere that leads to having that more engaging and interactive and fun trainings and development for people. So number 1, you've got to have the buy-in. Number 2, then you've got to get the engagement. It's great for people to say, "Yeah, that's a great idea," but you don't want them saying, "Go ahead, go do it. Check in with me later." Now, I know you've had executives kind of share that story with you as well. We've got to get their engagement. Now, there's a couple ways to do it. You can get their money. Right? As soon as somebody gives you money, they're engaged in a very different level, right? And so that, of course, we've got to get money to do this because it's going to cost a little bit of money, not too much, but a little bit of money because you might want to have some additional resources to make this happen. The sun is coming out, it's getting bright over here. All right, so another way to get their engagement is to get them hosting meetings for you. They don't even have to go to the meetings, but they're sending out invitations and meetings, and they're setting up workshops and resources for you. So there's a lot of different ways to get people's engagement after they've already bought into this idea. The third way is now getting people who've bought in to take ownership for it, where they say, "This is mine." How do you do that? You let them own it. Let them have it. So say, "Hey, in your vision, what does this, personal experience look like for you? What does this leadership development opportunity look like for you? What does our training need to look like, sound like, and feel like?" So that we get, number 1, your engagement, your continued buy-in, so that you can feel like you take ownership of it. And then what does it need to look like to get other people to do the same? You've got to let them make decisions. That's what it's all about. You want people to own something? Give them the opportunity to own it. And fourth, it's about the legacy. It's about making sure that if you move on, whether you're leaving the organization or you get promoted or you get demoted or you get cut out, you build this legacy where that idea doesn't die with you, but it continues on. So how do you do that? You've got to have a team of people who take ownership for this so that it doesn't die with you in the very same way that Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision still lives on today for equality for the human race. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you're made of. Equality for everybody. And that started 50-something years ago. He got enough people to take ownership and say, "This isn't his movement, this is ours. This is a human rights thing." How can you get people in your organization to take so much ownership for it that they want to run it, they want to control it? And it's okay to give up control. That's what great leaders do. They make other leaders. They provide opportunities for other leaders. So if you want to take this learn, say, do, reflect model to a whole nother level and build a culture of personal development, personal empowerment, personal growth, where people are interested and excited about being part of that kind of culture, number 1, get some buy-in. Number 2, builds engagement. Number 3, provide ownership opportunities. And number 4, you start creating a legacy where it doesn't matter what you do or where you go, this continues on with or without you. Good luck in developing the culture and implementing the learn, say, do, reflect model. Hope to hear from you soon if I haven't already heard from you. Otherwise, have a great time. Live with undeniable purpose. I'll see you again soon.